Hello, I'm Keith, and this is my dad, Kerwin. Welcome back to Father and Son, a Star Wars podcast.
Thank you for joining us. This is an episode where we're going to review our first book. This book is called Star Wars: The High Republic, Race to Crashpoint Tower by Daniel Jose Older.
It's a special treat for all our viewers and listeners.
Thank you. Yes, and thank you for joining us. So let's just have an introduction about what the High Republic is. Now, this was a project. It was called Project Luminous back in 2020, where these talented writers got together in a room and decided that they were going to create Star Wars stories from scratch. They're going to create brand new characters. They're going to have an era called the High Republic that takes place 200 years before the Phantom Menace. And these series of books are actually continuous. You know, they're cohesive and they're using the same characters over and over in different books. So it's not just that you're going to just read about this character in this one book and then that's it. You're going to see growth with these characters as you go along. So it's a bold move, but this is something that they decided to do, and we're going to go ahead and review our first book. Remember? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Race to Crashpoint Tower.
So here's like a little summary of the book. So there's visitors from all over the galaxy going to the planet Valo for the Republic Fair. Meanwhile, the Jedi Padawan Ram is in his garage. His droid, V-18, tells him that an alarm went off at the nearby hilltop called Crashpoint Peak, hence Race to Crashpoint Tower. So he goes to check it out. But he finds out that someone has taken down the planet's entire communications, meaning that they're basically alone and everybody at the Republic Fair is in danger. And it doesn't help things that the Nihil are also there trying to start a surprise attack on the fair. So it's up to Ram to face down the enemy at Crashpoint Tower and send a call for help to the Republic. Nice.
Now, can we just talk about the Nihil a little bit? Now, the Nihil are the villains in this story. They're actually the villains in this entire storyline.
Right. They're like the main protagonist of every High Republic book. Like if you can't have High Republic without Nihil, apparently.
Right, because they're the antagonists, right? They're the villains in the book.
Yeah, they're like the empire of the High Republic.
There you go. And they're raiders, they're marauders. They just wherever they go, they bring terror and violence and destruction to wherever they go.
Yep.
Right. All right. So Ram has a dilemma. He needs to get this communication out. He did try to fix the tower himself, but could not. So his plan is to go directly to the fair and directly find his master to let his master know what is going on. But easier said than done, right?
Yep.
Right. And
definitely, because there's a lot of obstacles in the way.
Exactly. So what happens with Ram is he tries to infiltrate the fair. And this is a high security place, right? So he tries to sneak into the fair and he gets caught by security.
Yep, the Valo Security Force.
Correct. Yes.
VSF.
Yes.
So he gets captured.
Okay. So he gets captured and he's trying to convince the security that something is going on. This is very important. He needs to get, communication out to everybody. This planet, this city, Lonisa City, is in danger, right? And what he tries to do is, Ram is a Jedi Padawan, so he's still learning. He uses the Jedi mind trick on the security guard. He's not quite there with how to use the Jedi mind trick.
He's not saying the right thing.
Right.
It's kind of messed up.
Right. So when he's trying to use it on one of the security officers, the information is not coming out the way as expected.
It's not coming out how it's supposed to.
Right. But he gets the job done. And with the help of the security, they get a message out to someone who actually heeds the call and races to Valo to help Ram. All right.
Yep.
And then the characters who are helping Ram, one is Vanessa Giroux, She is a 16-year-old Jedi Knight already, a 16-year-old Jedi Knight.
She's been in every High Republic book, I think, so far.
So far. And, she's well beyond her years. She's very wise. And in addition, there is another Padawan named Lula.
Yep.
Right.
And her best friend, Zeen.
Zeen, who is not a Jedi, but she is Force sensitive.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So they get the call and they race to Valo to help Ram. When they get there, Vanessa Rowe decides that she's going to go find the Jedi, right? The Jedi elders to see if they're okay. And then Lula, Ram, and Zeen go to the tower to see if they can get the communication tower up and running.
Yep. So that was their main thing.
Mm-hmm.
So while Vanessa's off doing whatever it is she's doing, Lula, Zeen, and Ram are trying to get Crashpoint Tower back up.
Mm-hmm. And they run into some trouble, don't they?
Yep. And trouble is 1,000 different things in this book.
Right.
First, it's the 3-headed creature with 6 tongues,
mm-hmm.
then a mudhorn, then Dringer, and the Nihil. Ooh.
Right. So the idea is they trying to get to the tower, right? So they can get the communication back up, right? But these children's books, they need to be high stakes, right? To keep your attention. And when I say they're high stakes, they're high stakes. They're right up here.
It's like,
right. Bah! Yes, right. Up to this level. So they're trying to get to the tower, but there are things that are just blocking them from getting there. Things are getting in their way. So like you said, like the 3-headed creature with the 6 tongues.
I have no idea how to pronounce that.
Right. And then the mudhorn and then the Dringer. Let's talk about the Dringer.
Yeah, they're carnivorous, force-sensitive plants.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they've been in the High Republic before this.
Well, I would say that they're just as much a villain as the Nihil are. So it seems like they could be working together, right? The Nihil and the Dringer.
Yeah.
But what the Dringer does, you're right, it is carnivorous. Yeah. This plant, it kind of reminds me. I know this is way before your time, but there was a movie called Little Shop of Horrors. Where they had this
carnivorous plant that talks.
Right. And that's exactly what the Dringer does, right?
Yeah, it talks. And it's carnivorous.
Right.
It eats people. Apparently.
Right. And talks their way into eating the people as well, right? Then
I'm sure it appreciates some beef bourguignon or something.
Oh, how about that? Okay. All right. Well, so the Dringer, what this plant did is it grew, right? It started off as seeds and it grew and wrapped itself around the communications tower.
Yeah, like the plant I saw.
Right.
At, I believe it was Home Depot.
Right. So how exactly is Ram going to try to get this tower up if we got this plant surrounding the tower? So Ram is using his smarts, his abilities, his intelligence to try to talk the Dringer out of letting him fix this tower and trying to turn the Dringer against the Nihil. But
basically he's trying to get the Dringer off his back.
Right.
Because you do not want to turn your back and then quite literally have them eat you.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're quite literally on your back.
Right. Exactly. Right. They will attack. And, what I like about this story is that the main characters of the story are Padawans, right?
Yeah. They're all like a little bit older than me, like teenagers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they, have to fend for themselves, right? There is no master around to help them at all.
Yeah, nobody's helping.
Mm-hmm.
There's no master there.
No master. So it's really left up to them, their skills and their abilities to try to defeat the villains, right? Yeah. And then get to their goal of bringing up the communication tower back on.
Basically, it's every man for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They all have the same goal.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to work together.
Okay. Now,
but again, the obstacles.
The obstacles, right? Again, high stakes. Do you have maybe a favorite scene or a favorite character in the book?
Probably Ram.
Ram. Okay. Ram. Yeah. What I like about Ram is that, he is a Padawan, but he's most comfortable just being a mechanic. Like, he just likes working in the shop, putting things together. He's pretty low key. But he knew that because of what was happening, the danger that was taking place, he needed to step up.
Yeah, it's kind of good to see how he went from a Padawan who was kind of still in his shell, working at a garage, to a basically hero.
Yes, absolutely. That's right. Yes, he's a hero along with Lula and Zeen and Vanessa Rowe. In my opinion, as far as my favorite character, I really enjoy Vanestra Rowe. Like again, she's only 16 years old, but she's really very, very knowledgeable as a Jedi Knight. So I like her character very much. So, and what's nice is, again, this is not the last time you're going to see these characters. You'll see them in future books, maybe comic books.
They don't make them once and then just throw them away.
Right.
People don't typically do that because there's more use for a character.
Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to see where these characters will go next. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else we want to bring up about the book?
Nope.
No, nothing else? Okay.
Wait. Favorite scene.
Oh, favorite scene. Yes. What's your favorite scene?
I think my favorite scene was, I think this was before they got to Crashpoint Tower, that chase with Ram and I'm assuming it was the Nihil.
The Nihil,
person.
yes. Right.
Yeah, that was at the beginning of the book. I like that, especially the artwork.
Yeah. Well, yes. The beautiful artwork in the book, we'll
actually. Whoever did illustrations, like kudos to you because it's great.
Right. To be honest with you, I don't know the name of the author at the moment, but when we actually...
You mean illustrator.
I'm sorry, the illustrator. Don't know the name of the illustrator at the moment, but when we post it, we'll make sure to give that illustrator a shout out because I agree with you. The photos of the book is wonderful. Yeah. Terrific artwork.
That's actually one of the reasons I recommend the book. And here's one of the good things. It's very child friendly. It's not like a book that has, all types of language and stuff. You can give this to your child and they would enjoy it. It's probably good for somebody who's just breaking into Star Wars and for longtime fans.
I agree with you.
And it's great for adults too, apparently.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, as a parent, I do recommend this book. Like you said, it's to me, it's a fantasy book, where you're seeing these creatures and the villains. And,
it's like sci-fi.
Right. It's sci-fi. And, the idea is the heroes is trying to do extraordinary things. And then there's just these obstacles that just keeps getting in the way, but it's a very good book. It's only 199 pages. It's very nice, very nice book to read. It's fast paced, in my opinion. And, can I say, as a Star Wars fan, in my opinion, I wasn't, really on board with the High Republic at first, because I was thinking, Star Wars have so many rich characters already existing.
Why do you need to make more?
Exactly. Right. But what?
I wasn't like, I really didn't know that much about the High Republic, so I can't say how I felt when I heard it was coming out.
Well, you know what changed my mind for me?
What?
You, because you read A Test of Courage, right? The Justine Ireland book. And you
is right.
Oh, we got it right here.
Here.
All right.
And guess who's in it? Vanestra.
Right, exactly. Right. So here's the point, right? There's the book. And when I realized that they were creating new stories for children your age, right?
Yeah.
And I said, okay, well, maybe Keith would be interested in reading The High Republic. So I gave you this book. I just remember that you had so much fun reading it and you were just laughing. And then, once I saw that and I said, oh, well, maybe I, need to look more into The High Republic. And that's when we decided that we were going to read Race to Crashpoint Tower together. And we enjoyed it very much. So I'm glad, I thank you for, telling me how much you enjoyed The High Republic. And now I'm also a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though after the book, I'm wondering what happens to the characters. What do they do next? I know they're in the comic books, but where do they go after this?
Well, I guess we're going to have to read the comic books to find out, huh?
Well, Star Wars Adventures, here I come.
There we go. That's right. They're, the Bad Batch just ended, right? And, we're not getting a new series until December, with the Book of Boba Fett.
And Star Wars Visions.
And Star Wars Visions, right?
That's in November, though, I think.
Right. So to fill our time, between the next series, we've got these books to read. We got the, Race to Crashpoint Tower and A Test of Courage.
Out of the Shadows.
Yeah, right.
Tempest Runner. There's plenty of new books coming out.
Yeah. So there's a lot to discuss in these books, and I look forward to doing more of these reviews.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the High Republic so far, and I like where it's going. I can't see what it has next.
Wonderful.
Dang.
All right.
I said I can't see what it has next. I can't wait to see what it has next.
Exactly. So we give a thumbs up, right? Seal of approval.
Double thumbs up.
There we go. All right. Well, so that is our review of Race to Crashpoint Tower, Star Wars: A High Republic by Daniel Jose Older. Where can people find us?
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, Amazon Music, Audible, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sounds good. And once again, we are on YouTube. Please continue to subscribe. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. We ask you to stick with us. We have so much more to cover.
Don't forget our website too. We
Yes.
have a website. It's fathersongalaxy.com,
Okay.
along with our email address, which you
Mhm.
will see at the end of this video.
Sure. Exactly. And we're on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter
And Instagram.
and Instagram.
Be sure to like us on Facebook.
Like us on Facebook.
And that's it.
I think we covered it. Well, thank you very much for tuning in and listening to our first book review. It won't be the last. So take care, and we will see you again.
Bye, everybody.